4, 5, 6. This you can feel. This is up under the arch. You can feel. This is right in the joint of the big toe, which you can feel. This is right on the inside edge of the little toe. This is right up against the outside edge of the foot, and you can feel that outside edge of the foot right there, okay? You can feel that. This,
I felt it.
yeah, they're all acupoints.
Yeah.
Whereas the 6th point is, I find the first point, it's straight toward the floor. Now, I was teasing just a little bit. However we teach the points, the order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, starting here, or starting here, or starting here, or starting here, it doesn't matter. Technically, see, that's how we get to have fun, because everybody always wants to know, well, do you go this way or do you go that way? And so on the book, we just say, yeah, go that way. But do you go that way always? And the answer is no. It's 6 points. You work each of them 3 times. I don't care if you start on 1 or 6 or 3 or 5, as long as you work all 6 points 3 times. I know, see, I shoot myself in the foot because I give people choices and then they make their own mind up how they're going to do things. And it looks completely wrong. I get to say that because I'm a teacher. All right, but you understand, right? 6 points. Okay, stay where points. Now, again, don't be too far back. All right, is that camera still going?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, don't be too far back. 1, 2. Now, also notice this. As I push in, what does her foot do?
Rotates out.
Say it.
Externally rotates from the tip.
Pressing the floor.
It flexes and rotates, but it flexes, right? See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do I hold the points? No. It's literally back to the walking thing. One thing about Northern style, if you're really good at it, you don't stop. You just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Still that little? See that little? Okay. Don't exaggerate. It's just tiniest little bit is enough. Okay. Sometimes just the tiniest little bit is a good spice. Okay. 4, 5, 6, and then guess what I do after 6 points? Warm up again. On the foot only though. Palm walk out and palm walk back. Now, dead center in front of the heel, where the point of the calcaneus is from this angle. Not the back of the heel, but the bottom of the heel, bottom inside. So we have a callus here, and then just where it starts, right here, that is very important loam. That's an acupoint. Okay? So we start there, and again, I'm going to push in, I'm going to circle, thumb circle, and then I'm going to thumb press out to the little toe. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to go like I'm drawing an imaginary line from that point out to the end, and when I get to the little toe, I'm going to reach around, I'm going to grab it and give it a little squeeze and twist. Don't pull. Then I'm going to come back to the heel. Don't walk back. Go right back to the heel, and I'm going to go press, press, press. It's 5 points. Press, and now that leads me to the second toe. So each line terminates at a toe. That's why there's 5. Okay. Now I get to the second toe, but I don't want to bend over and look to find it. What I do is watch what my fingers do. See this?
Yes.
Just like a guitarist finding the next string, I just pluck up and I'm on the next toe. You get it? And then I go to it and give it a squeeze and a twist, just like this. That's the technique. Just give it don't circle, twist and squeeze. Okay? Come back to the starting point, that first center point. Now we're going to toe number 3. So press, press, press. How many points?
5.
press, and now I go boom, boom, and I'm on toe number 3. So I grab toe number 3, okay, and twist and give it a little squeeze. Go back to the starting point. Now toe number 4, line number 4, press, 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 press. Toe number 4, just kind of go to the outside and twist it and squeeze it. Okay, line number 5. Okay, circle, press, press. Now I'm back up under the arch. I'm actually crossing over some of those 6 points that we did before. So technically, we're working some points more than once. Like a lot of times people go, well, didn't you already work on that point? And the answer is yes. Some points we work more than once, and we work them from different angles. Press, press, press leads me to the big toe, which I give a nice big squeeze and a twist, right to the end of the toe. Okay, and then what?
Warm up.
Warm up.
So you only circle that first
Not circle, twist.
No, that 4 lines on the top.
Say it, say it.
4
4
lines.
Top.
All right, take the feet, bump them in, square them up. Okay, again, take the feet, turn them in, square them up. You don't have to go that hard, but you want the feet square up and down, because the point I'm working is dead center on top of the ankle between the tendons. Dead center on top. So it's press, circle, and now we work between the toes. Okay, let's go out first. So it's push in, and this thumb pressure is called a shovel. So before I was doing a straight push and a circle, or a straight push with a wrist lift to make a rolling thumb. But this technique is not a rolling thumb, and it's not a straight press. What it is I keep my arms up a little bit, and I go in. See how I lean in to get pressure? You're going to feel a deep aching pressure if I'm in the right place. And then I circle out, and then finding the groove between the metacarpals, I scoop in. See how I'm doing it? Until I get between the little toe and the 5th and the 4th toe. And then again, I squeeze and twist the toe. Okay? Come back to the ankle. Make sure again, if she turns out, she's like me a little bit. I think that's it. Martial arts gymnasts, that's a natural inclination, is people who naturally turn out end up doing better in those sports, right? Other people have to struggle with it. Sometimes they injure themselves trying to turn out, right? Okay, you know that's true, right? All right, so circle, and now we do the next line. Takes us between the next toe, twist, go to the next, make sure the feet are up. Don't get sloppy, you know, letting those feet turn out. Don't get sloppy. If you have to every time pick it up and turn it in, just grab it, pick it up and turn it in. And then we do the next line, okay? And then we come back in, press and circle, and then we do the 4th line all the way between the big toe and the next toe. And again, we twist that, but now instead of doing a line for the big toe, I just grab the big toe and give it a squeeze and a twist. And then what's next?
Warm up.
Warm up. Palm press. Press it out. You can say either way. You say press it out. It's not the whole warm up, is it?
No, just press it.
All right? And see how I just kind of go to it? Just kind of do it. Just knock it out. Okay, what's next?
Arch points.
5 arch points, bottom.
Say it. 5
5
arch
arch
points.
points.
5 arch points. 5 arch points. Okay? So, you're up. Let me have someone else so you can watch. Anybody? First person on the mat. Okay, fine. This time. Okay, come close. Well, obviously we got the first clue, which is their arch points. Okay? Now, the first 3 that I'm going to show you actually have anatomical landmarks. The other 2 do not. So 1, 3, and 5 have anatomical landmarks. 2 and 4 do not. Okay? So what are they? One is, first of all, clearly, like if you think of the arch, okay? And the beautiful thing about this arch is it flexes actually in more than one direction, okay? It actually lengthens, and this is a flex, but it also can twist. In other words, see, look at that. So I can twist it, okay, but I can also flex it, open it. So I can open it this way, and I can rotate it this way. So what you do is you're looking for where those stretch, elongation, or flex occur. So they occur, first of all, at the beginning and the end of the arch. So the beginning of the arch, and it's not on top here, and it's not on the bottom. Think of about a 45-degree angle coming out of the arch. So not straight on top, not straight on the bottom, but actually on the arch, but on the angle, the diagonal of the arch. All right? And you have to visualize this. Why? Because once the foot flattens, that's on top. Okay, with pressure. Once you put pressure on it, it's not on the bottom anymore. Look. Now it's toward the inside bottom. Now watch what happens when I flex the arch. Well, now it's on top. Okay? So that's why we have to sort of visualize the mechanics of it a little bit. All right, but anyway, I talked about thenar eminence. That pad, the first soft spot in front of the heel on the arch. So we call that the base of the arch. The base of the arch is that point right there. It's the same on every person. Every person has a thenar eminence, and in the middle of that muscle, at the bottom of the arch is where the point is. Okay, that's point number one. You with me? Got it?
Yes.
Pretty clear? Okay, now point number 3, because I got to give you 1, 3, 5 first. All right, point number 3 has an anatomical landmark. Works like this. All right, everybody has an arch on the top of the foot. Right? It's not. Look at your foot. Find it. That sharp point on top of your foot. It's a little spiky spot on top of your foot. That is also an arch. See, we have one under the foot, and we have one on top of the foot. They work together. Okay? However, the top one is a landmark for the bottom point. So watch this. If I take my 2 fingers, all right, of the hand that's working, so I would be using my right hand. So I take my right hand, like Scout's oath, okay? And I put those 2 fingers, and I capture the top arch between them. I just frame it. So right there, and look. And if I imagine taking my thumb and just put between my fingers, find the arch. I have it between these 2 fingers. Watch this. When I push my thumb toward the opening between my fingers, I'm in a point on the arch. That is the point. And if you press it a little harder, you can see it's an acupoint. Because you'll get, one way to tell is if you're on the point, you get a dull, aching, throbbing pain. Like a deep kind of dull, aching, throbbing pain. Just like I can squeeze this all day, it doesn't do anything for me. But if I get at the proximal junction of the first and second metacarpal, and I steer it into number 2, and now give it a squeeze, my arm might feel like it's going to go numb up to the shoulder. That means I'm in Hoku. Okay, just squeezing here all day is not Hoku. Because why? It's not doing anything. I don't feel anything. Okay. Who doesn't really understand what I'm talking about, that feeling? Anybody want to just volunteer for a second? Let me show you. Just come here.
You can do it.
Yeah, just come here. Give me your hand.
Hand or foot?
It doesn't matter. Everything's going to hurt.
Good.
It doesn't matter.
Go for it.
Okay, so if I go here, you feel that?
No, I just feel your nail.
No, but you feel, but I'm squeezing it,
Yeah,
right? You feel
yeah.
that? And a lot of people will do this and say, oh, it's the headache point, that's point Hoku. And actually, that's not true. You have to feel where the 2 finger bones come together, framing like a V at the top of your thumb. So you feel one bone on this part of your thumb, and you feel one bone on this part of your thumb. That's how high you have to be on the hand, okay? And then you have to mirror image that point with your index finger. It's not just the thumb. Okay? So then once you get in here, you start to squeeze, and then you turn it into the second bone and squeeze. And then you'll get that little ache. Okay? And that's how you do it. But you got to actually feel the bones to be in the right place. And then it's not both of them equally. Once you find them, get in there, top and bottom, you steer it toward the second one. And that puts you on the point. So, here, fingers, frame the peak of the foot. Visualize you're going to put your thumb boop, between the fingers, boop, like that, boop. And then when the thumb comes in, boop, you're on it. Dead center in the middle of the arch. Okay? So that's point number what?
3.
3. Now, point number 5 is where the arch meets the base of the first metatarsal. Okay? Big toe bone.
Big toe bone.
So you feel there's the pigeon egg of the toe bone, and if you're a dancer, former dancer, or something like that, then of course that joint is hypertrophic and it's always bigger than it should be. That's, by the way, a dead giveaway. You get a hold of someone's foot and it's a pigeon egg instead of a toe joint. They used to dance, or they used to do so, regardless of whether they admit it or not. Okay, because that's how you get that hypertrophy, unless it's an older person, and then they can get arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis in the joint, and it'll swell up too. So yeah, there's an exception. I'm just saying a younger person.
Yeah, this one is swollen. It's all.
Yeah, and gout will swell it up. We talked about that. All right, here we go. Now, so right here I can feel I'm in the ball of the joint, right? It's more round than not. I can feel it. But that's not where I want to be. I want to be in the crease between that and the arch. So I'm up against the ball, but I'm on the arch. Okay? Now, where are these fingers here for placement? The top. Feel the joint on top of your toe? Can you feel a little bulge, the top, on the top of your toe? Well, these fingers frame that. But now, instead of being square to it, which would put me up here on the joint, I'm on the arch. Remember, these are 5 arch points. So point number 5 is the highest point you can actually physically touch and still be putting energy into the arch of the foot. Okay? And so that's point number 5. Great. So far, so good. Where's 4? Where's 2 and where's 4? 2 is...
Between those?
In between.
See, this is why I'm such a lucky teacher. I got the smartest students in the whole world. Okay? 2 is halfway between 1 and 3. 4 is halfway between 4 and 5. So how do I know if I'm on 2? Well, are you halfway between 1 and 3? How do I know if I'm on 4? Are you halfway between 3 and 5? Because, and on the arch, well, then you're in the right place. Okay, now, ready, step. Okay, hold on to your pants. Okay, I just finished what? I walked it out. I pressed it out. I just did that. And then I come back, boom, find the first spot. And once you do this a few times, you'll notice that there is a fold there. And that the back side, you can feel it. The back side of the thenar eminence, there's actually a concavity that you can get into if you use enough pressure. If you don't use enough pressure, you don't feel it. So that feeling the point, feeling the place is called kinesthetic perception. That's what it's called. So it is actually proprioceptive facility through the process of kinesiology, which is giving you biofeedback loop, which tells you where you are on the geometry of the body in real time based on feeling. Get it? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I say things, I'm just like, wow, that was kind of interesting. I should write that down. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3. See how the foot flexes every time you have enough pressure. I'm not pushing with my arms. See how I'm leaning into it. My arms are a little bit bent, but the pressure is not coming from this. The pressure is coming from this. Okay? right? 2 and 1 and again 2 and what's that arch? Frame it. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I worked each point 3 times. Okay, you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's next?
Rotate foot.
Warm up.
Ways. Oh, press it out.
Press it out.
Press it out.
When in doubt,
Press it out.
press it out. Between steps, press it out. It's not on the mark. It's not on the list. Because I don't put everything in the book. I don't write everything on the list. So I can tell if you're actually in class or practicing or not. I know, it's evil. Evil! Okay? All traditional teachers do it, so I don't feel bad. Alright? Alright, what's next after 5 arch points?
Press it out.
Rotate foot.
Okay, rotate the foot. Okay? Does not matter which foot you go to first. However, traditionally, if you're working on a female client, you start with the left foot. If you're working on a male client, you start with the right foot. That's called convention and tradition. Okay? But will you mess them up if you work on the wrong foot first? No. So don't stress over it, please. All right, here we go. So pick it up, and notice how I just set the heel in the palm of my hand, and also notice how I'm not trying to carry her leg. I can do this, but why? You know, unless I'm doing this as a substitute. You know, I was going to go to the gym today, but instead I'm just going to work on Stephanie.
Thank you.
No, I'm just saying, unless your reason for holding it up in the air while you do this is, you know, you want to work on that bicep action a little bit.
Physical challenge.
You know, the girls love the guns. That's what I heard.
But do the guys love the guns?
Girls go for guns. That's it's a thing. I've seen the T-shirt. Girls go for guys with guns. And they're not talking about firearms. Maybe they are. It depends on the girls. Oh goodness! Don't get me started. So, anyway, notice see how I cup the heel,
Yeah.
right? And I'm resting it on my thigh because I'm lazy. Bottom line. I'll eventually lift the foot if I have to. But if I don't have to, why? All right, so cup the toes and nice and easy, rocking my body. Look what I'm doing here. Nice big circles. 5 times in and 5 times out. And if it pops and cracks and so on and so forth, the reason I don't grab and hold the toes is because I want that side-to-side wiggle. I want the little odd angles in the joint, right? A lot of times in reflexology, there's this impression that everything is kind of linear, you know, on the point, kind of linear. That's very Ingram. That's very English, very Canadian style, okay? No, it is. Ingram's Canadian. Comes from Canada originally. So, Martha Ingram wrote the first book in America, in Canada, on foot reflexology. Martha Ingram. She didn't invent it, but she wrote the first little book. I have a copy of it. That's how I know. Okay? Now, however, in Thai, we don't do that. In Thai, we don't just do the linear. Okay? We cup and allow the wiggle. Allow wiggle room. Okay? That non-specific motion is very productive. Why? Because it gets all the little parts that you can't physically affect directly on purpose. It treats the environment of the toes.
Always find joy in the smallest of things. That is what we found in you. Oh, 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 you are joy. Never give up when the going gets rough. Hope is everything you need. Oh, 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 you are hope. Oh, 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 you are hope. And don't forget you're not alone. Holy Spirit wants to guide you on. The journey, child, will never end once your heart's been marked by a love for Him.